Morning. So it's day 3 today of the bone broth fast, and today I'm out on my morning walk. We're down at Midway Beach in Gisborne. It's really nice. The sun is just coming up over there, and I just thought I'd do a little post just to talk about this time in the morning where I can take the chance to kind of get into a mindful state, acknowledge how I'm feeling, and to kind of prepare myself mentally for today. We've got a busy day at work. We've got our keto day, and I'm also feeling what will be interesting when you do this is that you start to have a little bit of an emotional movement, and things stir up a little emotionally when you detox, because it's not just a physical thing that you're going through. You're shifting your hormones, trying to get into a balance again. Clearing out the gut allows you to convert hormones and produce hormones in the gut. We produce a lot of hormones in the gut. So when you are repairing your puku, things like synthesizing vitamins and being able to produce hormones at a better level, those things will shift. And when you detox though, you're moving stuff in your body. So the last time I did the bone broth last month, what was really interesting was on that 3rd to 4th day, I had a lot of almost like PMS kind of signs, where you get kind of hormonal changes, and I was a little bit short and irritable, and then all of a sudden I'd want to cry. So just be careful of those times you might feel that little shift in your emotional balance. Just take care of yourself. Just acknowledge it and take care of yourself. You don't want to get into a big fight with someone or do the wrong kind of thing based on those emotions. So when you can recognize it, you can treat yourself a little bit easier just to get through those initial changes, and then it comes right and you feel actually really balanced. And I was talking to a friend about it who suffers from depression, and I was just trying to explain it because I have had depression, and so it comes and goes in waves sometimes. And what I found was interesting was after that detoxing period, I started to feel a balance in myself, and actually a little growing inner joy. It's hard to explain until you feel it, but when you've had depression, that blanket of depression kind of hinders you from feeling those expressions of joy inside. So yeah, that's been really nice, actually a cool change emotionally and mentally, to have that shift as well and improvement. So I am drinking my water as I walk down the beach, enjoying some headspace. What was interesting last night is I didn't sleep very well. I had a dream that kind of just shook me a little, and I couldn't get back to sleep, and I was just kind of thinking about a few things that had been causing me underlying stress. So it was good to finally recognize that and spend some time trying to work through that and organise a way to let that go. I'm gonna get wet. And so this morning it's just, I'm gonna take it easy on myself because I can feel that I'm tired. I'm not gonna go for my afternoon walk today. I know that I've lost sleep, and so I'm actually gonna spend time catching up on sleep today. I'm gonna, after work, I'll have a little power nap. I see a lot of people kicking it at the gym, and what's interesting is people go really hard, and some people have amazing results, and that's awesome, but there's also some people that are under huge pressures, huge stress when they go to in their lives just generally, and when they hit the gym they're just adding on a whole nother level of stress to their body. And I've done that. I've busted it at the gym only to burn my adrenals out, cause more stress, and actually a few times I've put on weight. So that was a big learning curve for me to understand that I need to listen to my body a bit better and give it what it needs. So when I'm tired, I don't just force myself mentally to go hard at the gym. I listen and I think, oh, I'm missing something, I'm deficient in something. What is it? And we all look to our food a lot of the times and what we might be deficient in, but I for years have been deficient in sleep, and I haven't repaired that, and because of that I had put on weight. My body had been in a stress mode, and until I recognized what I had been doing to my body and started changing things, like when I need to sleep, it's not a weakness to go and have a nana nap. You're giving what your body needs. So I just it's a little bit of a different message, isn't it? Then yeah, go hard at the gym, you'll bulk up, you'll slim down, you'll get toned, but when our body is in a continuously stressful mode, and you're facing already health issues, this is not a professional advice, but this is my observation, is that you will put yourself in a worse position if you go too strenuous in your exercise. So for this 21-day fast, I actually don't recommend doing any strenuous exercise. Find movement that brings you joy. Like, I went to a yoga class with my daughter, always wanted to do yoga, but kind of been too shy to get in a class because I thought I'm so awkwardly big and I won't be able to stretch like they do. But I found it to be really relaxing, and it brought me inner joy. So on this 21-day fast, give yourself a break. Just try to repair and rebuild and reset your body, and then after that, when you've dropped some weight, your body will probably be feeling like it can do a bit more. Oh, I'm gonna get wet. And so enjoy the calmness. Find some space in your life where this bone broth fast is not just about the weight loss, it's about rebuilding yourself, and sometimes that comes from allowing yourself to rest. So today I've taken a nice stroll down the beach. I'm going to have a little bit of time to myself now, think about what's ahead of me, think about, maybe give yourself some space and time to think about deeper issues that may be underlying that you don't even recognize, like my dream last night. I gotta stop saying that word. And take care and have a great day. I'll see you later on. Okay, so I've finished my walk, and I just wanted to answer one of the questions about water that we have had from a person on Facebook, and she had asked, do I need to drink the 3 litres of water before 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock is when I break my fast and I start with my first shake. So it is recommended to take on the 3 litres of water, as much of it as you can, before you have your first shake, and then not have water between the 4-hour window of fueling your body. So I have recommended that because first, you're in a sleeping state for about 8 hours, and your body has kind of gone dormant in the digestive tract. It kind of goes dormant so that you can spend energy on repairing other parts of your body. So you kind of shut down your system. Kind of think of it like a factory that goes, some factories go all day and all night, but a factory that I once worked in went from 7 o'clock, and I think we shut down at 5:30, and then for the rest of the time, there was cleaners that would come in, and then it would just be dormant and it wouldn't be used until the next day. Our digestive system is quite like that. We are eating and fueling through the day, and it's working really hard to utilize all of the nutrition and move it through our intestines down into our colon. It works really hard. There's a lot of processes that go on while we digest our food, and so when we allow it to have a break, and there is a bit of cleaning that needs to go on through the digestive tract, and for most of the part of our sleeping time, the body uses its energy to repair other parts of the body and focus on other areas, and then when we wake up, we can help and aid our digestive system to get ready for digesting better and kind of opening up the factory, okay, the processing plant. And we can do that by hydrating, simply by drinking a flush of water through our intestine tract, to wake everything up and hydrate it and be ready to take on nutrition, food. Because some of the food we eat is actually really hard to break down. So I think of it as like the difference when you go to the bathroom and you flush your toilet. There's the option of a full flush or a half flush, right? Depending on what needs to be flushed down the pipes. But our body, if you imagine a big pipe going from your mouth all the way down, it curves a lot through your intestines and then your colon. It's one large pipe, and so hydrating actually allows it to have a full flush, and we may still have build-up of fecal matter from yesterday's food, or even years of old decaying matter. So having I do the 1.5 litre as soon as I get up. It hydrates my body, and it also has that flush effect through our pipe. So I hope that makes sense. I then, I have the 1.5 litre, half of my water intake, in about a 30-minute window. As soon as I kind of get up, I walk down the beach, and that's when I spend time drinking. I don't know if it's the beach that makes me thirsty, or that I have just woken up and I haven't had any fluids for the last, not 8 hours because we're in a fast. I didn't drink any water yesterday afternoon actually, so I hadn't had water since the morning. So just consider that as a new way of looking at water. It's a good hydrator, a good way to flush our bodies. When we wake up in the morning too, our pee is really concentrated, our urine is really concentrated because the body's worked all night to repair but also remove toxins out of our body. So we have in our bladder a built up load of toxic waste that is being readied all night to excrete out of our body. Like, you know, that's why you need to go to the toilet in the morning, and your morning pee is quite concentrate. So being able to help that all come out all at once is, I think it's a win-win. So I hope that answers your question. If you do find yourself thirsty in the afternoon though, take on a little bit more water. But a good tip is don't drink after like 5, because you'll, 5 or 6, you'll find yourself having to break your sleep and get up and go to the bathroom. And that's kind of counteractive, because then you'll be tired the next day. So just a little handy tip, hope that helps. Morning, so I'm in the shop, it's at 11 o'clock. I am just a bit late on doing a video because we've been prepping for our keto day today. So I have my first shake. Today I've got peanut butter in it, and Angel was kind enough, one of our staff members, to make it for me. And so my tests have come back at, so my total weight is 102.3 now. That's another 400 grams lost yesterday, so I'm on 800 gram loss, so hopefully tomorrow I'll go over the 1 kg loss. The ketos have come up, so I'm at 0.7 now, and hopefully tomorrow I'll hit the 1. Glucose is coming down to 4.8, and my pH is coming up to 6.5. My water, I've already had 2 litres, 2.5 litres, so I didn't manage to get it all in today because we've been busy prepping. So what I'm going to do is save that last 500 mils for after 3 o'clock, and I'll take that in then. So it's lunchtime on day 3. I have just made a warm Caesar salad. So it's got chicken, bacon, a little bit of our keto patties that we make here, and mushrooms and an egg, and that was all fried in coconut oil. And then I've put in the salad mix is a lettuce, a red cabbage, cucumber, capsicum, I'm trying to see it all, and then I've put in our it's a olive oil based mayo with eggs, and kind of tossed it up, and I'm about to eat it. And I've also got the digestive aids, to have those, and with a little bit of water, and that's us. So one more thing I wanted to add is that what I noticed today was that I wasn't hungry earlier on. Like yesterday I was hungry at about 9:30, the hunger pain started to show. So it's telling me that I had enough fat yesterday. I'd had that snack in the 4-hour window, that extra snack. So today I feel like this is going to be quite satisfying, and I won't need to have that snack today. I only use that when I have those extra snacks. I only use that when I've felt hungry in the morning, because I know I have come out of that fasting zone and I'm heading towards the hungry starving mode. Not that I'm starving, but yeah, that's just showing me that I needed to up my fats just a little bit more. And then today I quite happily made it to 11 o'clock without feeling any craving or any hunger need. And so yeah, I'm just gonna eat this now. Yeah, I just wanted to share a little something with you. So it's just after 2, and I had actually started to feel a little bit of sugar, like blood sugar low. So, you know, just feeling this, yeah, weird thing. Just feeling a little bit low in the energy levels, and so I didn't want to have my shake yet, and I wanted to boost that up, do something about it. So I've just made a bone broth chocolate avocado smoothie bowl kind of thing. But it's a chocolate mousse, so it's got avocado, a bit of coconut oil, stevia, and some bone broth powder in it. Blended it all up and made this mousse with some topped up nuts. So just whenever you're, through this, you might feel a little like you need some sweetness. So you might be missing that sweetness. So without going to sugar and your normal cravings, try this. Try a little chocolate mousse with the bone broth. Blend it up with some. I think I put a little bit of cacao powder in this, or cocoa powder, just to make it a little bit more chocolatey. Some avocado, some coconut oil, and some extra sweetener from the stevia. And so I'm just gonna get a little bit of this, have a little bit of this, and then my protein in an hour, and then I'll go on to the fast. So I'm loving this chocolate mousse, and I just thought, well, it's a really nice little treat to have when you're feeling like something for chocolatey and sweet. That's my teeth. But it's also a really good way to increase your fats because it's got the coconut and avo, but in a different way, in a really yummy way. I can't even say anything, it's in my teeth. But I'm really enjoying this, so give it a try when you are next feeling like that chocolate hit. It's really good to have a few forms of different sweeteners, clean sweeteners on hand. So if you're feeling like this, you don't have to run down to the shop and get anything. That's usually when I'm tempted to get other things. So if you have it on hand at home or wherever you are to whip up something a little bit like this, like an alternative but healthy and clean, it'll get you through that day. But this will help me keep those fat levels up. So my approach to counting everything, my approach is a little bit less, it's a little bit different. So I found I was doing that, and I was just really stressed, and I was trying to fill these gaps to meet someone else's measurements. But what I started to realize was that was causing me a whole heap of stress, and it was also not allowing me to tune into my body and listen to the things that I needed most. And your body's pretty clever, and it's there to help you. The way our systems all operate, it's designed for survival, and then the flip side of that is also to help us to once we attune to our body and our body's needs. Like just before, when I was feeling a sugar low, if I was sticking to a really rigid schedule, I would have been like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's not within my numbers to go and make something yummy like this and enjoy it. But if you understand, to eat clean and the right food choices, and then listen to your body about what you need. Like yesterday when I said I needed that steak, I had been thinking about it, and I felt like I needed the boost of the red meat. I don't always have it. I've actually found that I'm not anemic anymore. I used to be constantly taking iron supplements, but I've realized that I need to listen to my body a lot better. And when you have all of your functions and all of your systems operating well, like part of the iron deficiency is that I didn't have very good stomach acid levels, so I wasn't actually breaking down the red meat that I was having, and it was causing inflammation in my gut because it wouldn't digest very well, and it changes your pH level. But when you have stomach acids and enzymes to break down those harder to digest food sources, then you'll find that you don't have to eat as much red meat. You will have the iron levels come up. So that's one interesting thing that maybe you weren't aware of, that to consider, that once your gut microbiome is functioning really well, your absorption rate will increase and you'll be able to take on the nutrients. But listen to your body, because even the bacteria have a way of, like bad bacteria, they have found, have a way of controlling our sugar cravings. They'll kind of like induce these sugar cravings to make you want to eat the food that they need to survive. So sugar is a big part of how we help the bad bacteria in our gut to survive. And we're so clever, they'll like send out chemical signals that will make us crave those sugars. So it's not just our cravings, it's our guts cravings. So listen to your body, because the opposite has the same effect, that our body can also stimulate cravings and certain appetites for certain foods, because that's what we're lacking. But we've got to be able to recognize what that craving means. So when you are craving sugar, often it means that you're needing more iron, you're low in iron. So maybe I should do a post completely about that, because once you attune to that, then you understand how to feed your body adequately and properly, what it's needing. So just another tip. So I have finished for the day, and I finished my bone broth protein shake. I had the last one at 3 o'clock, and like yesterday I was planning on going for a walk down the beach, and then going into town and doing a few errands and just getting a few other things done that I need to sort. But as I was saying this morning, I hadn't slept very well last night, and so instead of going and doing exercise, I'm actually going to go and have a little nana nap. Maybe that's because I'm getting older, but at the same time I have started to realize that giving myself a little bit of an extra boost in sleeping has actually meant that I am not in deficit. I'm not sleep deprived as much, and so my actually functioning day to day is a lot better when I have caught up on my sleep. I used to, go all-nighters sometimes and do crazy things like that, and then show up to work and try to function, and then expect my body to keep up with the demands of the day. So kind of maybe I've relaxed a little on my expectation of myself, but I've also tuned into what my body needs a lot more. And sleep is a huge part of attaining real health. And so I've recognised that I'm tired. I just need to catch up on a bit of extra sleep. So I'm going to have a nana nap. Some people, I have a sister that says it's really hard to sleep during the day, and I get that. I used to be like that. So maybe even just planning to go to sleep earlier the next day if you're a bit behind in your sleep, that's good as well. So I think this will probably be my last video for today, but I think things have gone well. The things that I have noticed is I have been feeling the detox effect, the hormonal shift when you are detoxing. I recognise that I am going through that at the moment, so I won't. I'll be very mindful of how I'm feeling and not, be led by those emotions, but just acknowledge them and let them pass. Another thing that I've noticed today, being day 3, is that detox effect is taking a weight on me. I had a sugar low, and I've gone to the bathroom quite a lot today, just eliminating a lot and cleaning out. So that's a good thing. That's what you need to get through to be able to get to the better things. So I'll leave today with this, that if you have any questions, please Facebook us or email us pukuora@hotmail.com, or on the Facebook page is Puku Ora Fermenting, and our website of course is pukuora.com. So hope you have a great night, and catch us tomorrow. Bye.